all you cool quilters and cross stitchers. I'm Emily.
I'm Katie.
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Nettie.
And we are Primrosecottagequilts and Stitches. And today we are here to share what we've been working on with quilting and cross stitching. Katie's here. She's going to be in a lot of videos now, so she'll be a regular. We have a lot to share, but first I just want to mention this is the last video we will do with the quilting and cross stitching in the same video. Going forward, we're going to alternate weeks, so every week there will be a video. It'll be quilting one week, Flosstube the next week. And so we're just doing it that way because we're getting more and more things to show, and some of you are just quilters and some of you are just cross stitchers, and then some of you are both. So all right, let's get started. We've had a busy couple of weeks. We sent out the sip. Look, should we talk about the sip and stitch very first?
Sure.
Okay. We sent out the sip and stitch. It's our first cross stitch box. And I think
we had a great response.
Yeah, we had a lot of people love the idea and order. I don't know if we'll have any in stock by the time this video is released because we're recording early. So I'm not sure. If we do, Emily will link it below. So what was in the sip and stitch is, so it will be a mug. So this is the mug. I hate that we're so far away.
Do you want me to hold it up while
Sure.
you talk?
The mug says sip, stitch, repeat, and has a cross stitch motif heart on there, and it's pink inside, and the handle is pink, my favorite color. So you'll get the mug, and then the cross stitch I designed is called Hugs and Kisses. It is a smaller stitch. It's 41 by 64, and you get the complete kit of the floss and the cloth, and then the pattern is included in the box. So hopefully, if you didn't snag one, we still, by the time this video airs, maybe there will be some in stock still.
If not, we'll link the pattern because we can.
You can still buy the pattern separately.
And possibly the cup.
Once everything is sold out,
Yeah.
we will list, we'll have some cups in the shop and the patterns. So, all right. So that was our big release. We also released the Cottage Box on Sunday, and I'm not going to share what was in it yet because I want to have people have time to get it before I share what's in it. But it's darling, and I think you guys are really going to love it. So we have the window open, and you can hear the birds chirping. I just noticed.
We are so excited.
It is cute.
We're excited for it to get warm.
It's been pretty warm weather here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with quilting. We released a mini Starbound kit. These are always fun.
Do you want me to hold that?
Sure. Katie will be my Vanna White. So mini Starbound, it is mini charm pack friendly, and I just love them. They make great gifts. They are a breeze to whip up, and make little table toppers, mug rug. I don't know if you can see, but I like to hang things, little projects like off of things like that. I have my mug project. They're just really fun.
I have a little end table because I get a lot of the stuff that they make. And so I put it on my end table, and I
like
just
to
for
protect the
decoration.
surface,
Yeah.
and then also for cuteness. So
Yeah.
you can't have enough of those things, and if they do get dirty, throw them in the wash or make a new one. They're just fun to have.
Yeah.
And
of course, we always have the secrets that we're sewing.
Yes, there's always secret sewing behind scenes. We're getting patterns ready that you won't see for a while, but we just have to work that far in advance. So The other thing we released, and these kits are sold out, but we're starting a program where it's going to be called the Gingham Quilt of the Month, and each month will be a different color. So this month we did Valentine's Day, and we had 2 colors. We did the red, and these are Lori Holt fabrics. So this is the red version, and we used, this is out of her new line, Flea Market, and then this is from Farm Girl Vintage, and then the red pin dot. And then of course pink, which this one's mine. I still need to finish binding it. This is all Lori Holt as well. We're gonna try and keep the series Lori Holt fabrics because she has such a diverse collection of fabrics that Riley Blake, they tend to keep her fabrics in stock. So it's really, and plus I'm just a huge fan of her style. Too. They're little prints, and she has some big prints, but I just love her little prints. So these fabrics are from Prim, the pinks, and then the background, it has these tiny pink daisies on it. That is part of her Bee Backgrounds collection. So these are currently sold out, but next month we will be doing a green, and it'll be the second Friday of each month we will release a new gingham patchwork quilt kit. So the other thing I wanted to show was a previous release. This quilt was in the Cottage Box last year. I have this sitting on one of my entry tables. I think I named this Lovely Lattice. It reminded me of the top of like a lattice pie, like a cherry lattice pie. You can see their hearts everywhere, and then it's set on point, and you get this really fun border. All of these fabrics were Bonnie and Camille. This was in the box last year, but we do have the PDF pattern available. So Emily will link that below, but this, I just love this so much. It's so pretty. You could do this really in any color scheme, because I mean, I think these look like hearts, but I mean, if you have it sitting on your table, you could do it in any color scheme and it would be pretty. So that's my previous finish. Emily has some things she's gonna show. She's been sewing.
So this was released. It's a runner with her Love mug. And I picked it out, and I wanted something in my house because I don't have a runner for Valentine's.
And I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually
it's like a grunge pink.
So the background is Ballerina Grunge by Moda, and it is gorgeous. It is a very light pink, and there's hints of gray, like very subtle hints of gray. And then we used these 2 fabrics are Lori Holt, her Shabby. This is Peony, and this is Cherry, I believe. We had kits. They have sold out, but as always, you can get the Love Mug block pattern in the shop. It's a 12-inch block, and it's hanging. The 12-inch block, the mini is hanging right there. Yep. So it's a great
Maybe
pattern.
cute as a whole quilt too.
Well, also, if you just love like coffee, like if you did a neutral color scheme, it'd be so cute to just have like by your, because some people have like coffee bars, you know, on your coffee bar as a neutral palette.
That'd be cute.
Should we show our bags?
Yeah, so we were on a bag making frenzy yesterday, me and Emily, and I showed how we've been quilting fabric, and we got it out and we started sewing zipper pouches, and I kind of showed Emily the thing with zipper pouches. I feel like once you know the technique, really you can make anything like a zipper pouch. Like it's, once you get the technique down, you know, the sky's the limit. So I did this small Christmas one. This one's just plain. I need to push that corner out a little bit more. This is just a small one. You could put a small Christmas project in it.
I made both of these.
Yes, she made these ones. This is out of the Lella Boutique Folk Tell line. and I just showed her how to do it, and she made both of these.
What does the inside look like? What did you quilt the inside?
So the inside
is Lori Holt.
Lori Holt. I believe it's her raisin color is what it is.
Then we put little tags. I just love that in a lace. This is Lori Holt's lace as well.
Yeah.
That we sewed on. And it's quilted fabric that we did.
We are gonna do the quilted fabric.
We're figuring out the best way to
do it.
And I think we figured it out, so stay tuned for details. And then lastly, we got the Valentine's Day ones. So this is a Sandy Gervais fabric. So cute. So, and then
I should type.
We've already had a lot of questions on this, and I think me and Emily are going to post a video tutorial for you guys. I think that's what we decided, right?
Yeah. So, using the scrap fabric, I was like, I'm going to make a book.
A needle book.
And you can untie it and open it.
And I love the measuring tape for the bow.
Yeah. I've already been using it. I put a needle minder by Lori Holt. I have my scissors in there. I have, the big pocket has a cross stitch key in it for It's So Emma, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I love it so much already, and I want to make one for every project.
It's a great size. We kind of just went off.
Just winged
it.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking for a pattern, so that's why we're going to do a tutorial.
We're going to do a tutorial. I think it's honestly, like I said, once you understand the techniques of bag making, that I used to make bags all the time, and I loved it so much. So it took me a minute to get my technique down again. It was like the third bag, and I'm like, okay, I figured this out.
Well, they're so nice because when she was on a bag thing, when in her early years of sewing, we all got bags.
Gave her bags out like candy.
Yeah, I know, and I have my travel bags, my medicine bags, my makeup, everything.
I have a lipstick bag, and literally, I have a bag she gave me, and it's
for
full
everything.
of lipstick.
What I love about these quilted ones, I know it doesn't have the clear so you can see in it. If you've ever sewn with vinyl, clear vinyl, it can be difficult. Because it doesn't feed through your machine. I know you can use a Teflon foot, I think they call it, but it's more time consuming. And these I can literally make in 10 minutes. Once the fabric is quilted, I can literally make this in 10 minutes. So
it's the way to go. I hate doing interfacing.
Our next purchase will be a serger, so we can finish the edges inside. Because when you're using the quilted fabric, I have a raw edge in there, and so it would be really nice to get a serger so we can nicely finish those edges. Yeah. But if you don't care, nobody's going to see it. I mean, it's fine. Yeah. So I'm making one of those little books.
Maybe I think we should just film a tutorial.
Yeah, as I do it.
We might be filming more today.
Yeah. Is that it, quilting-wise?
I don't know. If you're wondering what this is. This is a Starbound quilt. It's so pretty.
It is one of my treasured Corey Yoder quilts. I collect Corey Yoder fabrics. This has her... what line is that? It's a combination of lines, and this is the only quilt I have purple in, and it's not a true purple. It's like a orchid or something. I collect her fabrics. I love her fabrics. I've made several quilts with her stuff, and...
You should make your book out of her fabric.
Ooh.
Because
the apricot.
She has a huge stash. Yeah.
Good idea. But I want to use that twill tape. I love the twill tape. Yeah.
Can you have to go tape in white?
Oh, that would be so dirty though.
Yeah. Never mind.
So yeah, that's my Starbound quilt. It's actually the big sister of this. So this is the tiny block, and this block is much larger. The quilt turns out big, which is nice. You get a big quilt for not a lot of fabric.
Well, and the pattern that we have, she has the big quilt, and then the little
mini
one, the little mini
is like a
is
little
on
bonus
the
pattern.
Yeah, so it's on the back of the quilt or the pattern.
Yeah.
So you get 2 patterns in one.
The other thing I'm just gonna mention again, because I've had a few people message me about Free Pattern Friday. We're not doing the traditional Free Pattern Friday this year. Rather, we're doing a free block of the month, and we're announcing and showing the pattern. Most of you said you wanted to see what it looked like. So I feel like I would want to see it because
if you wanted to use your own stash, but we will have kits.
It's going to be all Lori Holt fabric, and it's so bright and happy, and I think it's going to be a great little quilt along for 2021. So the patterns themselves will be a free PDF download, and when we announce and show it, we'll have the dates and all of that. So that's what we're doing in place of Free Pattern Friday this year.
But like I say, we will have kits.
Yes.
Available.
Yeah.
So you can, when you follow along, you can purchase a kit through us, or you can use your stash.
Your stash, yeah. Either would be wonderful.
Yeah.
But
it's always fun.
So now we're moving into the cross stitch portion of the program. We have some great things to show you, so I will let Katie start because this is.
I'm excited to show you. So, the Christmas tree farm that I did with the truck, I am continuing that series. So, here is the newest pattern release. This is called Carrot Farm. It is so cute, and I love the pastel colors I picked. This is adorable, and I hope that you guys all love it. So we have patterns that you can purchase in the shop. The paper pattern, it's the nice like cardstock type of pattern. You can also purchase PDF.
It'll be linked below.
Yes, and I wanted to just really quick kind of tell you about the finish here. So the board I got at Michael's, it was just a brown board, and we chalk painted it white. The green floral I got at Michael's, and then there's these little twigs. I got that at Hobby Lobby. The ribbon came from Hobby Lobby. The pink fabric is Just Red by Zen Chic, and the plaid is Lori Holt's Prim. So it was a lot of fun to do, and it was so much fun that we decided we're gonna do a stitch along. And so what you can do, we're gonna start that. The first week will be February 7th, and we're gonna have the pattern and floss packs that you can purchase in the shop. So we'll link all of this below, but you can, if you would like, and we're also gonna have Aida cloth for you to purchase separately. So it's up to you if you wanna just buy the pattern, or if you wanna buy the pattern and the floss. If you want to buy Aida cloth, it will all be in the shop. You can do it.
Well, are we listing the fabric too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it will be separate. It won't be
I'm saying we have bolts of that fabric.
Oh, like the finishing fabric.
If you want the finishing fabric, we're gonna list the bolts, so you could buy like a fat quarter or a half yard.
Sure, you could. Yeah.
And the floss pack, it has all the floss needed to stitch the
full finish.
We used two different fancy flosses.
So the fancy, it was for the truck and the pink.
So the truck is Weeks Dye Works, and this will be in the floss pack. We've ordered it. It's on its way. And
We've
then
gotten some of it.
The pink is a Gentle Art in bubblegum. And they're just so pretty.
Yeah. It's very springy. You can have this for spring, Easter. I mean, it's so cute. I love the chicks and the bunny. It's a lot of fun. So, I do plan on releasing at least 2 more trucks. So those are to come. So I have some more releases that
She's been busy.
Yeah, it's been busy. So we're gonna kind of start, I guess, a little club thing, and it's called Katie's Monthly Minis. And this is the first one for January. You can purchase the PDF. That might fall out because it's not like glued in there.
Glued in there.
That's called Mr. Frosty. And he's on ice skates.
He's so
and
cute.
he's raising his arms and the snow is falling down on his face. And I just think he's adorable. He was a lot of fun to stitch. So I just did that on 14 count Ada. It was tea-dyed a teal color.
You mean rip dyed?
Rip dyed, I'm sorry. And
It's so cute.
Yeah, he was fun. And it's all DMC. I'm gonna keep all of my minis DMC, so you can just purchase that easily at any of your little local craft stores. And I did this little frame, so I'm gonna try to keep them all about this size. And I did it so you could take it out and just pop it back in there. And these little shadow boxes were at Michael's for $1 by the checkout stand. So we just painted it white. So I love that. So
For us to hold them
yeah. So for Valentine's, I made each of my mom and sisters one of these. I'll hold Lindsay's.
She did them in the colors she thought would like.
These are called. This is called Lovebirds, and you can purchase the PDF as well.
So we did a white, a blue, and a tea dye.
Yeah, and this is the same blue I did for the snowman.
Yeah.
The teal.
I
red
love
dye.
that color. It's so
Yeah, and so when I stitched this, I was like, I want to see which one looks the best when I cross stitch it, and I was like, you know what, I know what all of their style is, so I cross stitch one for each of their styles, and I'm gonna make one too. And I still haven't decided if I'm doing the blue or the white because those are my two favorite. I do love I love all of it, so it's super fun. Yeah, those are, and these stitch up in a day. They're about 3 1/4, 3.5 by 3.5 or something like that. So they're teeny. They're super fun.
Cute.
So
And they'd be cute even if you was to, like she says, if you didn't have a box, is just put a cute thing, because I have like a cabinet that I'll hang things on the door handle.
yeah, you could hang, like her little cabinet here.
Yeah.
You can hang it on anything. So, and I thought he'd make a cute ornament, like if you do a January tree or if you do a snowman tree, it'd be fun. So, those are my new releases for this month.
I did want to. So this, I'm gonna get close. The one that was in the Sip and Stitch, the finishing, we used a paddle board. My cousin who does the woodworking, his shop is closed right now because they unfortunately had a fire in his shop, and it was really scary. Everyone was safe, but he was making some of these paddles, and so we're hoping.
Yeah, because we got the original one at Hobby Lobby, but it was last year.
It was like a seasonal item. And so I gave this to him and I said, you know, I'd love, this is like the perfect size. It's so tiny, it's so cute. So once they get back up and running, you know, I can link that and stuff. But right now they're just
recovering. And waiting for the insurance.
Yeah, so it was pretty scary, and we're just glad everybody's okay.
Yeah.
So we do have another release. My second stamp is called February 14th. Okay. So this was released last week. I made it into just a little pillow. And
how cute she finished
the back. Underneath that is a hot mess. You don't even want to see it. So it looks cute in a tiered tray, or I have it on the tray on my table. My mom uses hers as an actual pin cushion to put by her chair. Emily has stitched the third one, and that one, it's not fully finished, but it will be released.
Do you want to sneak peek
sometime this week?
We can just show the whole thing.
We're gonna
fully finish it, and this one
got a board.
It's called Be Mine. She still has to add a button, so this is kind of more of a sneak peek. So that will be the third and final Valentine's Day stamp. I hope you guys like this series. It's a fun little stitch. they stitch up quick. And I'll give you a little secret. Most of the floss used on these is the same that was for the sip and stitch.
So save your floss.
So you have plenty of floss.
Same with, I use similar colors.
Yes. Plenty of floss in your kit. You can whip up one of these too.
Especially if you just use the 2 threads.
Yes, I've been using 2 threads on everything.
I've switched to 2 threads.
Although I think sometimes, like Katie, white sometimes I feel like still needs 3 threads.
I did do 3 on this just so it popped a little more.
Yeah.
So I'll just show that again. But yeah, that's
white
why
is hard. It's just a difficult. It's hard color.
I do the Valentine colors. I'm just gonna reiterate the thread. It is the same pinks and the same red that we used. So that's what I love is we kind of are trying to. You can do multiple projects with the colors. So.
Oh, and this was stitched on Icelandic gray, which is this has like a bluish undertone, and this is just really light gray. So I like both. They're both very pretty. So I have another finish.
Yeah.
And Mom has a finish. You want me to show mine first? So I stitched this cute little bee last year. It's a tiny modernist. We will have patterns in the shop. And it comes with like 4.
Excuse me, sorry.
The pattern is so cute. It comes with
4,
5, 6.
Yeah.
6 designs in the pattern. They're all small, but they're so cute. So this is like kind of like a round, could be done as a round finish, and we tried that and it did not work out. I think because I use 14 count Aida, and you know, Aida's a little bit stiffer, and so to get that clean round edge, I'm not sure how to do that with Aida cloth. So if you guys know how to do that, let us know. Because it was like not smooth at all. And like we did the gathering method, we cut it in a circle, like we did all that. I tried it twice, my mom tried it once.
Yeah.
And so finally I just cut a piece of fabric. This is Bonnie and Camille's Shine On line. It has tiny little bumblebees in the fabric. So cute. And I just added ribbon and rickrack and made a little pillow. So that's my finish.
So cute.
Mom has a finish.
So this is the Lori Holt
Quilty Love.
And if you know me, I don't like doing my finishes, so the girls do them for me. And I'm just using the same stand I used when I did the Lori Holt Christmas. And so this is the same little stand, and then they finished it.
So we just backed 2 boards with fabric, and they're both Lori Holt fabrics.
Everything's magnetized on.
Yeah, the red is from Prim, and the pink is her shabby peony color. Peony? I don't know how people say that. Zoe is barking at the door. And then we magnetized the button, or I mean the bow. So she can change out her bow, and she can change this out. It's all magnetized.
And I used all the called for thread. It was all of the Orifloss.
Okay.
And I used 3 threads on that, and so it's got a little bit thicker look to it, and so yeah, so and I love it. I can't wait to put it in my little room.
I want to do this because Lori Holt is really good at keeping things the same size.
Yeah,
and so I feel like
because I like
her Christmas one fit on here, the Valentine's.
And I have my fall one that's done.
And then she has her fall patchwork one.
And so I have my fall one we'll have to finish next time because it's done too.
You have, okay.
Yeah. So I'll have them finish my fall one the next time we're all together. We seem to get more done when we're all together.
Do one of you want to go open the door for Zoe?
Sure.
I'll just text Hannah and be like, get the dog.
All right, Emily, do you want to start with your whips while Mom does that? We tried to have the dogs upstairs with Hannah.
Guess it doesn't work.
Zoe cannot be without me. Like, it's just, she doesn't like it.
So I dyed some fabric pink. And
Come here.
And I wanted to do the trucking along June with the stitching with the housewives, and I wanted to do just the truck. It's a strawberry truck on it. And I started it, and I was a stitch off, got really annoyed, and restarted it on top of there. So I got far, and then I didn't get far. Because I get so mad when I'm a stitch off.
Me
and
too.
I just was like, I'm done. I'm going to restart it because I want it to look cute.
Because
So
then you have to like compensate the rest of the time
Yeah.
where you're
And it
stitch
just
off.
requires
So,
a lot more thinking.
I'm actually using all the same floss as
As this.
that. Sorry.
That's okay.
These colors are amazing for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
It's a great scheme. And I put that in my new bag. And then I started something new last night while we watched Fried Green Tomatoes, one of my favorite movies.
That was such a cute show.
This has been on my list of to-do for like since I started cross-stitching, and it's Country Cottage Needleworks line that I love.
All of these patterns are available in the shop.
I'm really sick of doing borders, so I started in the middle, which I never do, so I really hope I have enough room for this. And I chose all my own colors. So I got that far last night. And that's in my new bag.
I love the colors you
Yep.
picked.
The blue is called America by Weeks Dye Works. I love it.
And then the red was
Turkish red.
I love Turkish
And then
red.
I started a Tralala. I don't know what that says.
I don't know either. So we're just going to show it.
I love every pattern of hers so much.
I did too. I ordered a ton of their stuff. So cute.
Does anyone know if she has social media? Because I've tried to find her and I know she's French.
Or here, I'll put up. I got one of these.
I'm doing it on, I don't know, 14 count something. It's not dyed, I just picked it out. I don't know.
Oh, it's parchment. It's called parchment. I picked a few things to stitch with that too.
So we got a ton of her patterns and I want to do them all. Like, they're so cute. And I just picked all the colors, and they're mostly all like variegated. And then I'm doing Country Cottage Needleworks February, and I really thought I'd maybe get this done, but I just don't think I am.
Like done period or
Like
done for February?
for February.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Great. If you just hit it hard, you could do it. You can do it.
You were on a roll, I felt like, when we watched the movie. You were just
Yeah.
like whipping them out.
Yeah. So
That's cute. I like the pink.
that's it. I just picked out my own colors for that one too. That is it.
Should I go?
Yep.
So, I have a few different things. Let's see, I'll show you some finishes that I had. So, the Tiny Modernist that Lindsay showed you, the Bees and Honey, I did,
It's so
This
cute.
one? and I actually finished that last night. I'm gonna also, I want to do that little bee one as well. So, I plan on starting that.
That is really cute.
So fun, easy.
Springy and
Yep.
bright and happy colors.
Can't wait to have that in my house for springy happy bright. This is another finish that I have. I did the Winter by Country Cottage Needleworks. And so I went and bought all the DMC and put it on my Ada cloth I picked, not putting the white. And so I had to kind of like,
Rethink it.
yeah. So inside the letters on the banner, I just left blank, and I think it looks cute. But where there was white in other places, I substituted it for a blue color that I found. And honestly,
I love it.
I can't
think
remember.
It's
Yeah.
cute.
I think it looks really
She
cute.
like got out. She's like, "You guys, I'm not even gonna finish this." I'm like, "Why? It's so cute."
Yeah.
It is cute.
So it is cute, and I do like the blue. I don't like how this turned
don't
out.
like that either.
So I'm actually gonna just like not show that. When I fully finish that, I'm gonna just fold it over, cut it off, whatever. So, but it was actually really fun to stitch. I did enjoy that. I'm just gonna set my stuff in front of you. So a lot of you saw. I'm just gonna show you this. I know some of you saw it already. Oh, I forgot I had those in here. The vintage Christmas sampler. I did them individually. So I had started with them and I had done like green and red. And so I decided to just keep with that theme. So they're all green and red. And if you follow me on Instagram, the bell, I did like what she had, but I changed it to the green and red. Because I didn't like the yellow. It didn't match the rest of them. So here's the next one. And I didn't add buttons to all of them either. There's just buttons on a few, or maybe just one. It might just be, I don't know, was there buttons?
Yeah, there's a button on this one.
Okay.
The snowman.
The snowman, and then I did it on Rudolph.
You could just give that to someone.
Yeah, I probably will.
Like gift it.
I love how a lot of people make ornaments for their kids and grandkids. So I actually think I'm going to start that tradition because I do give ornaments to my kids every year for Christmas. So I think I'm just going to cross stitch and give them ornaments. I am going to finish all these as ornaments. And so I will show those as I finish them. It's just time consuming.
Did you show that already?
Those?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I did at the last one. So, okay. So those are that. I did start this last night. So I want to try stitching on something other than Ada. So Lindsay gave me this piece of, what is this?
It's Lori Holt's
It's-
Blue Ghana
You gotta-
25 count in pebble. It's so pretty.
So that's as far as I got. It's 2 threads over 2, right?
Yes.
This pattern is Tiny Modernist. It's, what is this called?
Easter
Wreath. And Lindsay actually has done this one
I
before.
stitched, that was one of my first stitches. I did it last year. I tried to find it, but I think it's up in the attic.
So
In my Easter decor. I loved stitching that piece. Like I started it and I just worked basically on that until I finished it. Like I just loved stitching it so much.
Okay, so then I kitted these things. I'm going to show those because it's springy and I'm just all about spring right now. I'm doing Country Cottage Needleworks, her seasonal celebrations, the spring house. I decided I'm only going to do the house on this one.
I did, yeah, that's what I did too.
So,
It's so cute.
I do like the words, but it's really long and I already have those wood houses that we've showed previously and they just fit perfect in those, and so that's why I want to do that. And then I have one more thing that's kitted, and it is the Country Cottage Needleworks. What is this? Merry Christmas, my dear.
Cute.
And I'm gonna do it on this cloth, similar to what she has.
You got a
In the
Lindsay
pattern.
start?
Actually, I tried.
She's got 2 different starts on there.
I do. I was trying to start and do a different pattern and it was not working. So I'm going to go purchase some magnifying glasses so I can see this because I just can't see it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so yeah, that's all my stuff.
So I started this. What did we watch the first night? We're having a little stitchy girls weekend. All the kids are,
The guys have all the kids
Yeah.
at Katie's house.
and
It's been wonderful.
it hasn't been long enough.
We're all coming back
movie?
today.
What was the movie we watched the first night, or did we not watch a movie?
We were watching. We kind of like were watching on YouTube and
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
we watched some floss tubes
Flosstubes
and stuff
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
right. That's right. Okay, so I started a tra-la-la, and again, her patterns are
All in
in
French.
French, and so I have no idea what it's called. But it is so cute.
It's adorable.
I picked all my own floss, but this is kind of against my color scheme.
It's so neutral. I love it.
It's muted spring colors.
It's beautiful.
And
you should, can we hold these up here? Let's put them on the board.
Okay, with that.
Yep. Mom grabbed it.
Show you my little floss toss.
Here's another board actually.
So I had them kind of help me pick out the color palette. Oh, okay.
You're gonna
do it on this.
You can hold that and I'll hold this.
So all I have done so far is the grass, which took me 2 nights.
Is that the same?
And I used, the green is called Holly Jolly and it's Classic Colorworks. So this is my color palette.
I should show mine.
It's
Mine's
so
really
pretty, you
neutral,
guys. This Weeks Dye Works Blue Coat Red. It's like a pinky color and it is so pretty.
It's beautiful.
So again, let me show the pattern again. So
it'd be great for Valentine's.
Where did I put the pattern?
It's right here.
Okay.
It's a great paint for.
So here's the pattern. I got about halfway through my grass and realized, crap, I don't know if I have a big enough piece of cloth.
Oh yeah.
So I counted it off and I literally am gonna have like an inch on the top. It's gonna be okay, but.
Did you want to show your?
This is 16 count parchment.
It's whatever.
So is it just regular?
I picked
16
really.
count?
Here, we'll show you the other tralala, the one that Emily picked. We'll show you. You picked your own. Floss for
So I
this
went
as well.
kind of the same route, like very muted.
Oh yeah, that's like very similar to the palette I have. I don't want to touch this.
It's just so pretty.
And then, so that's what I've been working on this weekend. And then I worked on my Frosty Forest. I told myself I had to work on this a little bit. It's just been the snow, basically. Sure. So I still haven't gotten too far.
Further than me.
Yeah. And then I've changed some of my colors, and so I am keeping track of my colors in my stitching journal. So I'll be sure to share that once I finish this. So, and I am gonna finish it.
We're holding her to it.
And then I started, when I saw this pattern by Hands On Design, I knew I just had to stitch it. Like, I just really loved it. I was gonna start it on the chalkboard color, but then I was like, what if I did this on navy?
So pretty.
And this looks really royal blue. Yeah. It's navy. It's a dark navy, and it's so pretty.
It's really
and Katie, actually, when I started it, she sent me a picture as somebody in one of the groups had finished it on navy, and it's so pretty.
It was cute.
So this is Hands On Design, not Chockful. Let's Talk Winter Chalk Talk. So this is her second one. She has an autumn one. We have this pattern in the shop, and I think I have the autumn ones on order as well. So I think she's doing 2 more. I think they're just like the seasons. And then, did I have a bag I don't know. I didn't have a bag for that.
No, you didn't, actually.
Emily dyed cloth, pink cloth. This looks like tie-dye.
It does. It's fun.
I love it. So I just started stitching hearts. I'm just doing 9 hearts, and I'm going to make a little pillow for my tier tray. So. And then lastly, I had a ton of people ask me about my little project bag that my friend made me. So the pattern is by What Sacy Makes is her Instagram handle. I think I said I'd have Emily link it last time, but I'll have her link it for sure this time. It's her pattern. It's a bigger, nice bag with a lot of floss storage. So, anyway, that's where I got that. Maja?
So, I'm just going to show you what I've been working on because I really haven't gotten anything finished other than my Valentine. So I actually got my Frosty Forest out the other day and started working on it again. And
She's gotten really far.
Yeah.
You guys.
I asked her if she would just stitch mine.
And so I worked on the one with the little snowman.
Sorry.
But I worked on the one with the little snowman, and he's just so cute. Yeah, love him. It's really been fun. I do it to where, like, again, I just have to fill in a lot of white and stuff. So one of my things I don't like to do the most of is the white.
Do you guys have any tips and tricks on stitching white floss?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what project, it gets dirty, and I can wash my hands thoroughly right before I stitch it, and it gets dirty.
Yeah.
So if you have any tips and tricks, will you share them?
So
Just don't stitch it.
I've been working on the Lori Holt so long, and I've got a little bit further, got my sewing machine started, and that one is on 16 count, I believe, just 16 Ada.
Looks
And
just like
so-
cream.
Yeah, just a cream.
You're doing the called for colors?
Yep, just all the called for colors on that. And then last week, the last time I showed you guys, I just started this. And here's the picture,
Let's see, how do I hold this up?
just like that.
Just like this?
Yep. And so I don't have the bunny in there yet, but I've got her like flowers and a little bird and that, so.
It's Spring Serenade by
Can you see it? I'm like,
with
Yeah.
by Needle and Thread.
Yeah.
Sandy.
And I'm
Brenda
using,
Gervais.
I
She changed
picked my
the
own
green.
colors.
Yeah.
I changed the green and stuff, so I've just kind of picked my own
The original
colors.
pattern is a very muted palette. She's doing more of a bright spring color palette.
And the fabric I'm using
It's platinum.
Platinum. Yeah.
14 count, I think.
Yeah. So that was that. And then, of course, I'm working on all the Prim patterns that Lori Hope has been doing. And so this is the one I've been working on this weekend. And there's that one. And I am using all the call for colors on that.
That's cute.
All the DMC that she's got in there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And then this is what I've been working on, and I've
Love
had
this.
a lot of fun doing this. I didn't bring the pattern out. It's in the Bonnie and Camille book. I didn't bring the book down,
Yeah.
but this is how far I've got.
It's in the Bonnie and Camille
Quilt book.
Quilt Bee book.
Yeah.
And there's, at the very end, she converted her quilt pattern into a cross stitch pattern.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it is so
using-
pretty,
yeah,
you guys.
It's
The
really
colors pop.
bright and
love it.
and pretty, and I just love doing all the different shapes and stuff. It's been kind of fun.
Well, I like it because it's like just block filling.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a
Yeah.
lot of thread changes.
And then I was just pulling out of all my finishes, and I pulled these all out that I finished of the Lori Holt little cards. And
These are her stitch cards, Lori Holt stitch cards, and I think she said she releases a pack every quarter.
yeah, so we've got, I think, all of them that's caught
This is
up.
the last one.
Yeah. And these are the ones I finished, and I've been doing all 4 on the thing because I originally I want to finish them to where they're all on 4. And so, but these are some of the ones that I need to get done and that. So I'm going to start working on these again. So, and we do have a lot of the cards in the shop.
No, we don't.
Oh, we don't?
We're like I think we're sold out.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We'll have to look at that.
Well, I'll put that in my order then.
Well, there's really not much in the shop because we're switching to the website.
Yeah, we've had some
Yeah.
kinks. We've been testing
So,
the new website.
For now, there's just not a whole lot.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out.
So we were supposed to launch the website last
We've
week.
had like a soft launch, and it's still working
We
out.
have
Kinks
some
with
major
merchant stuff.
Major kinks that are very important we have to fix before we do full-on launch, because a lot of back-end things that, you know, and so that's why we haven't like been adding a ton of inventory, but we literally probably
We have
have
so much. But
200 or 300 patterns, I feel like.
Or more. We have a
Cross-stitch
lot.
patterns to list.
yeah.
So those are coming soon.
Yeah, so I know there might be a couple of those cards left in the Etsy shop, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know we have the Lori Holt Valentine's one in stock in the shop, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So if we can get the website to work properly, most of it will be linked to our website going forward and not Etsy.
We're gonna put everything on Etsy for this though, right?
Mm-hmm. We have to
Yeah.
until they can fix.
Yeah.
There's a major thing that needs to be fixed. Okay, so last week we did that huge cross stitch giveaway. It was a huge bundle of like all things cross stitch. The winner of that was Izzy McQueen, and she's been contacted and we're
Yeah,
excited.
she mailed it
We
out.
mailed it out, so congratulations. And then we are giving away the stamps, PDF patterns, and the winner for that is Cheryl Tattersall. So email Emily and let her know you were the winner and what you won, so she can email you the pattern. This week we're gonna give away Katie's Carrot Farm pattern. So, Katie, what's the question? She came up with the question this time.
I did. So my question is, what is your favorite thing to stitch on? Is it Ada, Lagana, linen? What's the Monaco?
What's your go-to?
White. So what do you like to stitch on and why?
And do you use magnifying?
Yeah.
Like, do you use it when you use like the 32, 35 count? Like, there's no way I could do it.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to start stitching on some other things and testing them out. And I do feel like I want to do that Easter one I showed you on the Lugana because I want to see it. And I think I'm going to do things several times because it does take time to get used to something.
Yeah.
But I just am curious what you guys like to stitch on and why. That would be interesting to see.
I just like, is it because you like the feel of the cloth? Is it because you... Because, like, if you're stitching on 28 count, it's basically the same as stitching on 14 count because you're going over 2, so it ends up the same size. So are you stitching it on 28 count because you like the feel of the fabric, you like the look of the fabric?
Yeah.
Why?
I think there's a broader variety of colors, personally.
And I do, for me, if I had to choose, just doing that thing last night, the feel of the fabric, it's easier to hold, it's easier to like bend and ply. I feel like, and that's just, and I stitch literally a flower, so the count is what's gonna mess me up.
So I want to dye more Ada, but it's very starchy. We thought about just rinsing it really good. Do you think boiling it, like if it's still white, would it affect it? Like just boiling the starch off?
Well, my Frosty Forest cloth is Ada, and
it's
it
very
was
soft.
double dyed like 3 times because it was actually dyed probably 3 times because I couldn't get a dark enough color.
Yeah.
And feel how soft this is.
Because that's how my coffee tea dye is.
It's not stiff.
It's not stiff.
That's my feel. Like that's even softer than that. And that was coffee tea dyed in boiling water.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because didn't you put it in the dryer for a second?
And
too?
I also put it in the dryer. And I microwaved it.
It's been well cooked.
Cooked piece. It's well done.
For my Frosty Forest, I went to my local shop in Las Vegas, Stitcher's Paradise, and the lady that works there, she helped me figure out how much I needed. And I picked one that was soft because I knew it was large and I would be holding it and my hands like will start to hurt holding the fabric. So
I think that's why I like to use a hoop, is because I have something to hold on to.
I've been an in-hand stitcher, but I've had to switch to the hoop lately because my hands hurt so bad.
When I first started cross stitching, and I've always used the hoop pretty much. Like, I would hold it really tight, but I've learned like to relax my hand. So that's made a big difference. Because it'll start to hurt when I'm like, oh, I'm really squeezing, like I'm really putting a lot of pressure on that. I don't know why. So, but I think I've learned.
Yeah.
It's been almost an entire year since I started cross stitching. I took my mom to Joann's. I dragged her there.
And I've done it for years in the past.
She just looked at me like, oh, Lindsay, another hobby that you're not going to like. You're going to like. I should have brought my piece down. It was a Valentine's piece. And I think we picked like 16 count or 18 count white, and
I just couldn't do it.
I made her do it with me, but she wouldn't do it, and I just kept going, and she was like so surprised I had gotten as far as I had, and
I don't think anything sparked until I started seeing that Lori Holt was doing hers. And
it just looks so different now than it did back in the day.
And because back when I did it, there was a lot, and there still is patterns out there and being produced that there's a lot of back stitching and outlining and color change, and I didn't like it, and it just turned me off. And then when I seen that Lori Holt was doing all of hers and how cute they were and just more of my style of what I like.
And the pandemic hit.
And then the pandemic hit.
And we were stuck at home with each other. Everybody was like stuck at home.
And, and to be honest, I mean, I had already tons of floss that I've collected over the years. And so it just kind of snowballed after that. Yeah. And I love that all of us girls love it.
We got right on it.
And now that they like to design and do. And to be honest, I stitched Katie's little...
Mom stitched the carrot farm.
The carrot farm, and I did it within like a couple days. Yeah. It didn't take me very long, but usually that's all, when they bring me something to stitch, then that's all I work on that whole time. Just because I know they want to hurry and get it processed and done and pattern it and everything, wrote or whatever. Yeah. And so... I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very relaxing. I cannot sit at night and just watch TV or do something without having... I've always been that way. I've either crocheted, I've quilted. I've always had something in my hands working. I cannot just sit and do nothing. It's a waste of time for me to do that. I have to be productive.
I can't sit in silence either.
Yeah, no, and I can't sit in
me
silence.
And Mom both decided that this weekend.
I revel in silence.
I have to have my TV or my radio going. I have to have something going.
It's so funny. I get home and I sit in silence. If I did not have a child, I would not have internet and I would not have TV.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I like silence. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I like
we tried
having
doing that this weekend, and they both were like, "Can you put something on?"
Yeah, but then we couldn't agree on any music choice, and
my sensory overload was just going yesterday because it was like she didn't like the music, and then she didn't like the music, and then Emily picked the music, and then Emily picks the music.
None of us like it. You said play today's hits, and I was like, "You're funny. Mom is not gonna like that."
But
I wanted to say something about like how you said how we picked it up. The reason I really enjoy picking up the cross stitch is, and I think part of the reason I haven't done the quilting is because the quilting, it has to sit out. It's like they're lucky they have a space to work in and have it all out.
Studio.
This, I literally can put it in I had to start using Ziploc bags because I ran out of my project bags, but I can just take this. I can put it in the car. I can sit
Yeah.
it. I can take it anywhere.
It's a good travel hobby.
Yes, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, because when I go stay at Katie's, it's just nice because I used to take like my quilts to bind and things to work on like that, and now it's just I just take my bag of cross stitch and it's just nice to do. So.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right.
Well,
So,
yeah.
is there anything else we need to talk about?
No,
don't
just
think
a
so.
reminder.
Cottage Box
Cottage-
is linked below
If it's not already sold out by the time this video airs.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
it's a Valentine's.
And then
so
we will tape again in 2 weeks. Was it gonna be just the stitching or just the quilting?
So,
Do you know yet?
I don't have my calendar out. We had a 2-hour powwow yesterday.
I think it was closer to 4.
we planned out
the
whole
entire year.
so
There's a lot of fun things
you'll
coming.
you'll be
excited.
surprised what comes next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I said this, but on the Carrot Farm Stitch Along, it will be 5 weeks and it will start February 7th. So if you want to do this, go ahead and get your stuff ordered.
And the reason I don't know if we mentioned this, so you can either get the floss pack and the pattern floss pack and then the cloth separate. And the reason we did the cloth separate is because we know everyone likes stitching on their
Different
favorite
stuff.
cloth.
And that's why we kind of want to
And it's
know
a
the
big,
answer.
and I also think it determines on the size of the pattern. It's something that big. Some
Like
people
how
don't
big-
want it that big. They want it to be smaller, so they pick the smaller count.
Yeah.
So we thought you guys would rather pick your own fabric than for us to pick it.
To put it in the, because it is a larger piece, and so, you know, you're more than welcome to purchase the fabric from us, the Ada, or if you like to stitch on linen. We did the count sizes, so they're on there: 14, 28, 16, 32, 18, and 36
I
counts.
love when you guys do that. I love when patterns have that
Yes.
already mapped out for you, because I do not like having to figure that out. I usually go to Lindsay and say, fix this. Show me this.
Yeah. So, all right. So let us know about your fabric below to enter the giveaway, and then make sure you subscribe, like our channel, tell your friends about us.
Yeah. We love hearing the comments.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all the positive comments and the love you guys give us. We love it.
We appreciate it. Like, we could not do this without you, and we're
Because
grateful every day.
Yeah, you guys all inspire us.
Yeah.
That's what
It
helps
always
us.
makes my day when somebody posts something that they're working on that we've designed. Like, I get excited every single time. So tag us in your photos and
keep an eye out for the quilt tube because we are doing a large quilting giveaway.
Yeah.
yes.
We did the large cross stitch quilting.
Nobody wants to hear the machine now. We don't quilt as much. I mean, we do quilt, but we just quilt our stuff.
No, she's saying like the quilting giveaway.
Oh, the quilting giveaway.
Like we put together a really awesome giveaway package for.
So keep an eye out for that announcement.
All right, so we will see you guys next time. Stay healthy, stay safe, and yeah.
Bye.
Bye.